Okay, let us continue discussing yung solution to a differential equation. Ito yung example number 5 dun sa continuation nung ating sa 1.5. Okay? So, bigay ako ng another set of example before ako pumunta dun sa elimination of arbitrary constant. Para mas maging familiar kayo dun sa solution pa lang. Okay? So, here, show that y, this is the solution, no? Y is equals to sine squared of x is a solution of second derivative of y plus first derivative of y plus cosine of y is equals to 2 cosine squared x plus sine 2x. This one is with respect to x. Okay? So, according dun sa mga nauna nating solution, we will determine what is the first derivative and second derivative of this given solution. Okay? Yung y naman, this y, given naman na yung y. So, we will just need to determine the first and second derivative of this equation or of this solution. So, how? So, determine first what is the first derivative. So, sinulat ko na direkta kung ano yung derivative mismo ng sine squared x. Okay? Sine squared x, ang derivative niyan is equal to 2 sine x cosine of x. Okay? So, para direct ako ng i-substitute. You can double check this one dun sa mga formulas or kung hindi nyo makita, you can directly solve using yung tawag dito, yung solution ng chain rule. Ano? Using trigonometric function, chain rule in trigonometric function, ang makukuha nyo is the same as these two sine of x cosine of x. Paras lang makukuha nyo. Here, this will be the shortcut para hindi napahabaan yung solution ko dito. So, the first derivative, the derivative of sine squared x is equals to 2 sine of x cosine of x. Yan. Okay na tayo sa first derivative. Next, punta tayo sa second derivative. So, hanapin natin yung second derivative nito. Okay? So, to find the second derivative, factor out muna yung constant number. Magpa-product rule ka na rito. Diba? Product rule. Ano ba yung product rule natin? Product rule is simply the derivative of u and v is equals to u, the first term, multiplied by the derivative of the second term plus the second term multiplied by the derivative of the first term. Ito yung product o derivative o product. Okay? So, as you can see, trigonometric function yung kailangan nating i-differentiate. So, since sine and cosine lang naman yan, so ano ba yung derivative? Ano? Ito yung sa derivative ito nung product. Ano ba yung derivative ng sine? Derivative of sine of u is equals to derivative ano? Derivative of sine of u is simply cosine of u du. Okay? And the derivative of cosine of u is equals to negative sine of u and multiplied by the derivative of u. Yan. Or, yung u, pwedeng mapalitan niya ng x. Ano? Depende dun sa given na independent variable. So, let us now solve for the value of second derivative. So, here, mag-assign na tayo what is your u and what is your v dito sa sine and cosine. Let us assign this sine will be your u and your cosine will be your v. Yan. So, u is equals to sine of x. So, therefore, your du here, anong derivative ng sine? Cosine, ano? Cosine of x. Derivative ng u o derivative ng x is simply equals to 1. Yan. 1. Okay? So, simply this is cosine of x. Punta tayo sa v. What is your v? V is your cosine of x. Okay? So, what is your derivative of v? This is negative sine of x, then multiplied by the derivative of x is equals to 1. So, this is simply negative sine of x. Okay? So, ipalitan natin dito using yung derivative of a product. So, what is your u? U muna, u. What is your u? Your u is sine of x. Okay? And what is your v? Or dv, dv is negative sine of x. Okay? Plus. Plus na tayo. Plus. Okay, plus. V. What is your v? Is cosine. Cosine of x. Multiplied by du. What is your du? Cosine of x. Yan. And all these multiplied by 2. Yung numerical coefficient mo. So, simplify. So, dito natin i-simplify. Here. So, the first or the second derivative now, the second derivative is equals to, simplify, pwede mo nang i-distribute ng 2 dun sa loob. So, this is now equals to 2 times sine times negative sine is negative, magiging negative na to. Negative 2 sine is squared of x. Diba? Then plus 2 cosine times cosine is cosine squared of x. Okay? Hopefully nakakasunod kayo dito sa formula natin. Okay? So, meron ka ng first derivative, meron ka ng second derivative. So, itong first and second derivative, ipapalit mo na yan dito sa differential equation natin. Medyo mahaba lang, Tuloy tayo, So, let us now substitute the value of first and second derivative dun sa equation. Ito, pwede mo munang i-factor out. So, it still depends kung ano yung pinaka-convenient na solution para sa inyo. But, pwede natin gamitin itong direkta. Yung iba, pwede, ang ginagawa, pina-factor out yung 2. Diba? Pwede i-factor out yung 2. Para, kumbaga, mas simple yung, yung equation. But here, we can use this the entire equation of the second derivative. So, ipalit na natin yung second derivative, tapos yung first derivative dito sa equation. So, let us now substitute dito. Ito, ipapalit natin dito. Itong buo na to. Dito natin. Okay? So, here, second derivative is this. Okay? Second derivative. I-separate ko to. Mamaya i-erase natin to. So, second derivative. The second derivative is equals to negative 2 sine squared of x plus 2 cosine squared of x. Ito yung first derivative mo. Okay? Next, plus. Yung first derivative plus. What is your first derivative? This is your first derivative. So, first derivative is 2 sine of x cosine of x. Next, plus 2y. 2 times, what is your y? Y is sine squared of x. Okay? And this is equals now to, itong nasa right side mo, 2 cosine squared of x plus sine 2x. Alright, we can simplify now. Simplify natin yung equation. So here, if you notice, meron ka ditong, tawag dito, negative 2 sine of x, meron kang positive 2 sine of x. Diba? So, pwede mo nang i-solve to, pwede mo nang i-simplify. So, negative 2 sine squared of x plus 2 sine squared of x. Tama? Pwede mo nang tanggalin to, You can already remove this. Tama ba? Tatanggalin na natin to, kasi redistribute na natin yung 2. Tama ba? So, tanggalin na natin to. This and this. Anyway, kung gusto nyo, gawin natin, tanggalin muna. Gusto ko sana i-shortcut na kasi wala akong space eh. Pero, kung gusto nyo mas mahaba-haba, ganito. Gawin ko. Tanggalin muna natin yung lahat ng parentheses. Yan. Sin to ano? Sin squared. O, tanggalin mo tong parentheses na to, ano? Lahat ng parentheses, tanggalin mo, ano? Para sa naman ang kakalabasan niyan, ano? So, this is negative 2 sin squared of x plus 2 cosine squared of x plus, wala namang effect ito dito sa loob. So, still the same. 2 sine of x cosine of x. Then, plus 2 sine squared of x. And this is equals to this. 2 cosine squared of x plus sine 2x. Okay? So, you can simplify now. This is 0 na. So, ang matitira na lang is 2 cosine squared of x plus 2 sine of x cosine of x. Dito na isulat, ano? So, 2 cosine squared of x plus 2 sine of x cosine of x. This is equals to 2 cosine squared of x plus sine 2x. Kung mapapansin nyo, meron ka ditong 2 cosine squared of x. Doon sa right side, meron ka na rin 2 cosine squared of x. So, ibig sabihin, solve na tayo rito. Meron tayong problema, ano? Ito, 2 sine x cosine x. Pagdating dito, sine 2x na to, balikan mo yung trigonometric identities natin. Galing yun dun sa trigonometric identities sa double angle formula. That sine of 2x is equals to 2 sine x cosine of x. So, ibig sabihin, ito, i-bring down na lang natin to cosine of 2 cosine squared of x plus. So, ang equivalent nito, dun sa trigonometry natin, this is double angle. So, this is equivalent to sine 2x. Sine 2x. So, this is equals to 2 cosine squared of x plus sine 2x. So, this is already equal. Ano? Equal na yung dalawa. So, therefore, this y is equal to sine squared of x solution is a solution of this differential equation. Okay, yan. Okay? Hopefully, naintindihan yan. May ilang tong example number 5. So, I will cut this one now. Then, I will proceed dun sa susunod na topic. Dun sa mga next example, next problem, you can solve your own. Bibigay ko yung worksheet nyo pagdating dito sa from 1.1 up to 1.5 na subtopic ng chapter 1. Okay? So, hanggang dyan muna yung hanggang 1.5 subtopic natin, which is up to the solution to a differential equation. Okay? So, let us now proceed dun sa last part ng chapter 1, which is yung elimination of arbitrary constant.